Hello, welcome to Woodland Permaculture. I'm very excited today. It's been about 5 to 6 weeks since I did 31 grafts in my garden. And today I am going to do the big reveal. We're going to find out if any of them worked. And I'm super excited because in some of these I can already see some green. So hold on just a second. Let me zoom in a bit so you can get closer. And let's open up these two and see what they're doing. Okay, here we go. Taking off the tape. Starting with this. Look what's under here. Leaves. Leaves. I don't know if you remember, but when we put these on there were no leaves. This one is, well, it's a cleft graft, a Flavor Queen Pluot. Now I have to take the, oh dear, that's gonna be tricky. Yay, look at that. It's actually working. Okay, I'm gonna take this off. I have to remember that that's what that is. All right, now I just took the plastic off, but I'm going to leave the electrical tape on so that that graft can still heal. But I'm so excited, look, it's working, it's working! To quote Star Wars, it's working! If you get that, you're a nerd like me. Let's try this one. Oh, there we go, here. Oh, look at that, some more leaves! Woo, I don't know if you can see them, but there are some really good leaves happening there. All right. That is so far 2 for 2, which already beats my record of 1 out of 12. There we go. I'm going to cut that. Put that back on there. Keep that. Woohoo! All right. I won't make you sit through all of the reveals, but I will take you around and just see how some of the other ones did. Yay, I'm so excited. All right. So you might be able to see this one right here. That one worked. Woohoo! I'm excited about that one. This was one of the peaches, one of the Fatima peaches, the first ones that I did. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep shaking that. Let's take a look at this one. Ooh, ooh, oh no. Oh, look at that. That was a flower. And I just pulled the flower off. It's okay. I don't really need a flower. In fact, any flowers, I'm going to just take off anyway. These guys are too young and too little to have flowers. So I'm not going to put those on there. But look, I can see some more growth. I think these are both also going very well. See, this one is a flower too. I'm going to take that off. I don't want any flowers happening on these because I don't want them to fruit yet. They're just too young and too little. I need them to grow and become stronger first before that happens. So here we go. We've got some growth on this one. I'm going to count that one as a good one too. Cut that off. There we go. I think, but I pulled stuff off, so I'm going to see how that works. But it looks like so far it's doing well. So woohoo! At least 3 out of 4 so far. All right, I'll show you some more interesting ones. All right, here are 2 more. This one is a Sprite cherry plum, and this one is a yellow plum. And those, they both have lots of leaves coming off of them. So I am super stoked. Okay, so that's 6 for 6 so far. I am doing great. And these 2, let me see which one. I'm checking my book. The yellow plum, there's supposed to be 2 of them. I got to find the other one. The yellow plum was done with a whip and tongue. The others were clefts, but that one was a whip and tongue, which means, woohoo, I did a whip and tongue successfully. All right, so this one is an emerald green, and it's working. You can see some lovely leaves there, but I have some bad news. This one right here is also an emerald green, and it did not work. And I think it's because if there was plastic, if there was paraffin on it, it came off. I don't see any around on the ground, so it's possible I just forgot to wrap it. And that, or maybe I made a strategic decision to do that for testing purposes. But what I've learned is that I definitely do need to wrap the scions all the way to the end to keep them from drying out. And that probably was my problem last year as well. Oh, I am so excited about how successful these grafts are this year. And I am making sure to write them down, write down my results in my little book. I've been putting check marks on all the ones that have worked, but I need to note that the emerald green one of them didn't work. So one of them did, and I'm going to put a big old green check mark for it, but then I need to put an X right there next to that one. And I'm going to find a pen and I'm going to write down no wrapping to show that it dried out, and that is what I learned from that. So let's keep going. I'll show you some other stuff. Wow, unwrapping these is much easier than wrapping them. But look at this, I'm at my cherry tree and another scion worked. Okay, I had 3 cherries and they all took. Yay, this is great. I'm super excited. Check mark, check mark, check marks. So I'm at the apple tree, which is right next to the cherry tree, and I am seeing a little bit of growth, a tiny bit of growth right there. And so I'm very hopeful for that one, but I think the apple tree comes out or starts to leaf out a little later than the other trees, than the stone fruits. So I still have hope even for the ones that don't have leaves, like the one above it, this one right here. So I've unwrapped some of them. I've unwrapped these 2 and one other, but I think I'm going to leave the other ones wrapped. Like I've got these 2 over here that are wrapped. Where are they? There we go. A couple of them there that are wrapped. I'm going to leave those right now and wait another week or 2 to see if those push out a little more. I'm worried that I'm going to dry them out if I unwrap them too soon. So I'm going to wait on those. Today I'm also checking on the sticks that I buried. These are the 2 pomegranates, one right there and one here in the pot. I don't see any activity on those. I don't see any type of growth of any kind on them, but I'm not giving up hope yet. They have to root, so that might take longer. Maybe there's some good rooting happening underneath the ground that I don't see. There certainly is a lot of beautiful oxalis flowers around them though, right? So pretty. But let's go check on the grapes and then the other grafts in the front. Okay, so I have about the same story with the grape sticks that I buried, but I'm going to give them some more time. Maybe they'll root down below and start growing. So I'm going to give them some time. The other grapes have started leafing out, but they've already got roots, so maybe they are just ahead of the game. But give these a few more weeks, and I won't give up yet. The fig grafts are looking very promising. You can see just a little bit of green buds starting. No big leaves yet or anything, but the 2 grafts that I did, this one and this one up here, look like they have some promise coming. So I unwrapped those and I'm gonna keep an eye on them. They should do really well. Now on the fig tree, you'll remember we also did the bud grafts. I am not seeing much in the way of movement on the bud grafts on either one of them. Here's the one down here. I don't see anything coming out of them right now. I'm going to wrap this one back up and just keep hoping. I'm going to give that some more chance, but you know, I'm not good at it. It's my first time doing bud grafts, so you never know. I probably may not have done it well. A couple that I didn't actually show you last time grafting are a couple of avocado grafts that I did. And so I'm checking on those. This one down here, this one I can tell already didn't work. It's all dried out on the top, the plastic came off of it, and it's loose. So you can see it just comes right off of there. So that one I know didn't work. This one up here has some promise. I unwrapped it and there are some new buds there, but they're not really green. So I'm concerned about it. So I'm gonna wrap that one back up and give it some more time and see if it does any better. And last but certainly not least, the mulberries. Remember, I did 6 mulberries, kind of grafting them to the side of 3 branches coming out of my fruitless mulberry. They are still not quite there yet, but I think they have real hope. So if I come up here, you can see this one's really green. And the buds are coming out. They're not quite green yet, but I think that they will turn green. There is one on this side. Let's see if you can see it. It's right there. Where's my finger? There it is. Look at that. Look how green that one is. That one I think is definitely going to work. These others don't seem to have a lot of growth yet, but I did like a scratch test. You know how you can scratch them. They feel really tender, and right underneath the top layer is green. So I still have a lot of hope for these. I'm going to keep my eye on them. I think I'm going to wrap them back up, keep my eye on them for the next couple weeks and see if they start to grow more. All right, that's it I think for today. I got my scions wrapped back up on my mulberry tree, and I'll check them in a couple of weeks. But for now, I think I'm done checking, and I think it was a really successful day. I'm so excited that so many of my grafts took, and hopefully even more will, and I'll be able to see them in a few weeks. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will keep you updated. The garden is starting to look beautiful for spring. Everything is growing big and green, and a lot of flowers are coming. So I can't wait for spring. Maybe I'll do a spring update soon. Thanks. You guys take care and have a God bless day.